Hey guys, welcome back to another life update. Supposed to go somewhere and it didn't happen, but I look too good. So I was like, why don't you just grab your phone, say something encouraging to someone, and call it a day? Yeah, so what if you've been doing it all wrong? Like, what if you've been doing your waiting, am I your praying, or all of that wrong? What if someone told you that you've been doing that all wrong and that you need to change your perspective? If someone told me that, I would take it. Times we wait on God all wrong because our minds have not been renewed. And when you think about Romans 12 verse 2 and talks about offer your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing unto God. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. First thing you need to understand is the will of God is perfect, and because it comes from a perfect God. An imperfect me cannot understand perfection. What seems perfect to someone who is imperfect may not really be perfect. But to someone who is perfect, your Father who art in heaven, hallowed be his name. He knows exactly what's perfect because he himself is perfect. And so all I need is like the renewing of my mind, a shift in how I think, a shift in how I have positioned God in my life, like a shift in how I have positioned God's will, like that perspective that you have of God's will for your life. So many times we have boxed God in this thing where we're like, God's will has to go like this and then like this and then like this and then like this. And when God is like, that's not what I'm thinking, we become so offended and we think that it's the devil who's actually plotting over our lives. But in the real sense, it is just us who need a shifting in our mind. First of all, sorry, I have a running nose. His thoughts are not my thoughts. His ways are not my ways. But if I want to understand his mind, I have to be open for him to renew my mind so that I can be able to now understand the mind of God, understand what he wants for me, understand what he thinks about me, understand what he thinks of me, understand what he expects of me, so that I can stop boxing God's will in a box and being like, God is allowing me to go through this temptation, and then he's gonna make me wealthy, and then he's gonna do this, and then when he doesn't do that, it's like, hey God, you're not for me, nye, 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 nye. But in the real sense, it's you need a shifting of your mind, you need a shifting of your mindset, and it's having the mind of Christ. And when I look at how Christ came on earth, he had everything in heaven, but he came on earth. He did not see himself as important. He did not brag about what he has. He was not like doing miracles for clout so that people can be like, yeah, that's God, let's follow him. He humbled himself so much. He did not have a good reputation. He was being fought. He did not do things just for the sake of doing them. And he was not expecting that by the end of the day he was going to be somehow glorified as he was living here on earth. He just lived for God. And in the process, later on, we see his reward coming in ways that we did not even expect. And so, yeah, we really need to have our minds transformed kabisa kabisa by the Lord. Otherwise, you will be seeing things, a bad day peke, maybe making you go through hell. And it's just a bad day because of our minds are not renewed. Yeah, so thank you guys for listening to my ranting, my kidogo 5-minute rant. Yeah, I looked really nice, so I was like, you can as well share the gospel or something. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.